Governor, thanks for your time, and let's get right to it. Your thoughts on the message for this month, obviously, is local government reform. Where does everything stand right now with the emergency manager issue?
Well, it's going through the legislature, and I think it's a good change. That's why we wanted to get it out there. That one of the things that I don't think is getting enough media attention, but I think is really important to emphasize, is the early warning system that we're putting in place. Because the way I view it is the most successful emergency situation you have is the one that didn't happen. And currently it's set up so literally a jurisdiction can call us and just say, here are the keys, that they're unable to go on. That this legislation actually puts in place a system to say, here are some early warning indicators, and depending on how those indicators turn out, here's the level of involvement, here's the constructive action plan to help prevent that from happening. That can all take place ahead of time. So that's where I'm excited about the legislation. It can address that proactively instead of reactively.
Cities like Flint, Michigan are certainly interested in that with the $17 million deficit, actually several working deficits, but there's also the concern over obviously revenue sharing and the almost $100 million that had been eliminated. Flint looks like they might lose $8.1 million of that money. What would you say to mayors that that are struggling to fund police and fire now, and they look at that money as a critical resource?
Well, it's not just police and fire, it's the overall cost of government. And in many cases, we put back 2/3 of the dollars and said there's going to be metrics for best practice to obtain those dollars. Because in many respects, if they follow through and do the best practices, they can make up more than that difference, that third that they lost, and hopefully be farther ahead. And when we talk about best practice, we're going to put the details in the March message on government reform, but they fall into three major buckets. The first one is better accountability and transparency. Do they have a dashboard? Again, something we're doing. Is there a citizen's guide to the financial statements where everyone can see the situation in simple, easy to understand terms? The second bucket is employee compensation. Are they doing best practice with respect to pension plans, post-retiree medical costs, those things that are out there that can make a huge difference? And the third one is service consolidation and service sharing. Are they looking to work with their neighbors, with the county, or with the state government even? We'd be happy to partner with people on those kind of projects. So if you look at those things and they achieve those things or become much more proactive about them, in many cases I believe they can more than make up that gap.